Hey, what's up, everyone? Just wanted to let everyone know that a very rare and intense May outbreak of Arctic air is going to be in place for Mother's Day weekend. We're expected to be in the 30s for at least 5 or 6 days at night. I think 33 degrees is expected either tonight or tomorrow night, and I can't remember. And again, we might reach 29, 30 degrees, which is very rare for May, and they might even receive snow. That's correct. Snow, record cold and snow this week and this weekend from Michigan all the way to the East Coast. And even in the southern states, cold weather. And there were rounds of storms last night that caused more damage, more power outages. Thankfully, we missed them, but they happened all through the road, heading toward our property and all around us. Our county, the county away from us, all got damaged. So we were very fortunate, but it's going to go from being very windy to record snow and record cold for May. So quite the interesting shift in weather. I think they said it'll snap. This weekend's cold snap will actually smash records and ring out very strange, rare May-like lake effect snow in parts of Michigan and in the East Coast. Record cold possible later this week and weekend. Over the coming days, lots of cold weather. Australia right now is actually dealing with a cold snap and rain that went about 6 days ago that started. I don't know what they're dealing with at this moment, but they actually had record cold, a cold snap in Australia. So, an unusual May, to say the least. Now, on to some other news. The first ever recorded mysterious radio bursts, supposedly, they're saying, have come from inside the Milky Way galaxy. So, supposedly, they've received some fast radio bursts for the first time ever inside our galaxy. So, whether this is true or not, I don't know anymore with all the things happening. I can't tell what is what anymore, but we'll see as everything progresses. And these giant cracks, they say, are continuously opening up in the Arizona desert as these fissures seem to continue growing. And it doesn't seem to be stopping in the near future, they say. And believe it or not, some interesting news. This little boy here, this boy, and this giant manta ray, are apparently best friends, and they actually play on a regular basis. So that's something interesting. Another human's connection with nature, about like myself. And these murder hornets are very serious business. These murder hornets actually kill a mouse in under 1 minute, which I'm not really worried about the mice, but as far as our bees, they say that the population of bees are under threat right now due to these murder hornets that they're being dubbed. These Asian wasps, giant hornets, not wasps, but hornets, I'm sorry. These giant hornets from Asia have made their way to the United States. They've been spotted in Washington State and some other places, and they're saying, take care of them now, or they will kill our bee population, and our plants and trees will not be pollinated. And if we don't take care of these murder hornets now, they'll kill off the rest of our bee population, which has suddenly died already due to mysterious illness, half of which has already died due to mysterious illness and disappearances. The bee population is dwindling, except for carpenter bees, which continue to eat on our house and on our porch. Those are annoying, but that's the only bee that seems to be very common right now. There's a few honey bees or bumblebees here and there, but the carpenter bees are the problem mostly. But these bees here, they'll definitely cause a lot of harm. It doesn't take long to kill a person with some of these bees if you get up to 6 or 7 stings, and the sting can actually make its way through any type of a strong material you're wearing, even the beekeeper uniforms or even strong work gloves. So be aware, and they say try to take care of these bees, get rid of them if possible. They live for 1 year, that's their lifespan. So from what I've researched and seen on online news, these bees live up to a year. So, and they repopulate every year. So if we give them a chance to repopulate this year, it could get out of hand. So be aware and be careful. And they actually mentioned Nashville, Tennessee, on world news and all over the internet. Deadly Derico slams Nashville. These winds are called a Storm Derico. 70-mile-per-hour winds. They hit all across Middle Tennessee, snapping trees, knocking out power. So electricity was out to more than 100,000 customers. Baseball-sized hail was seen across Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. These are one of those shelf clouds rolling through Tennessee. This news out of Norway. This is a picture of one bird, but hundreds of birds, seabirds, have mysteriously died again. And thousands of mussels or clams have washed up on shore dead for some unknown reason, adding to more mysterious animal deaths. And this out of Bogota. Imagine this, and imagine the smell. 60,000 tons of landfill trash and garbage just spilled out, burst open, tons of trash and dirt flowing down the mountain in Bogota. This is from RTE News. And dangerous underwater sinkholes are now swallowing up vegetation in the country of Kenya, as many sinkholes and underwater vortex situations taking place around this world, vortices opening up, and sinkholes opening up worldwide. It actually opened up during a flood and swallowed up the vegetation, according to the reports. Check out the tumbleweed tornado reported in Hanford. A rare sight there to see a tumbleweed tornado. And in New York, and particularly in Saratoga, a giant sinkhole is opened up, leaving a large home, dangling over the edge, leaving a giant crater. And missing people, disappearances, and red orbs, and so much more from the Missing 411 and many other reports. Mysterious red orbs and glowing lights have been spotted from Virginia to Nevada. So, red orbs and UFOs sighted from Virginia to Nevada recently. Very sad news. Are we heading to this again? Famine and cannibalism. During a man-made famine in 1920s Russia, you can see literally people dead on the streets had been eaten. Now, I warn you that these images are very graphic and very, very disturbing, very bothersome. This is cannibalism from starving people in Russia in the 1920s. It's a severed head in the body of a child, part of the body of a child, a boy. And you see body parts that have been eaten. Very disturbing, but it's happened in almost every single culture throughout history has had cannibalism at one point, either due to starvation or their culture or something, including in the United States. So very, 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 very disturbing, but true news. And the country of Brazil, particularly here in Sao Paulo, is being so overwhelmed by the pandemic they're having to dig mass graves as seen from above. So that's some more news to be aware of. And the seagulls are eating the rats and other animals and mice because of the fact that they're so hungry. Normally, all of the animals will eat all of our leftovers and things that people throw around, the trash from the restaurants, things like that. No one has been out, so the animals are having to resort to other means, and so that might be good for reducing the rodent varmint population. But apparently, the seagulls in Italy and Rome are very, 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 very hungry, and all across the United States as well, the birds and animals are very, very hungry. And the people are starving in several places. The food donation lines are extremely long as well. But these pigeons, these seagulls actually killed pigeons as well. So they're resorting to their own species. This is that species of murder hornet that I was telling you about a moment ago, that is now currently invading the United States from Asia, the Asian murder hornet. And right now, they say honeybees are struggling with their own pandemic of an unknown source, killing off several honeybees. So that's also to be worried about concerned about on top of those Asian hornets. Killer hornets. So I'll go ahead and leave you with this interesting footage. Not so dark and grim, just an interesting tumbleweed tornado. So I already showed it once, but I'm showing that again. Peace, much love. These are the current events taking place around this world. Signing out. My links are below. Peace, everyone. Signing out.